Last week, I did a customer service training at one of our clients, and we spoke a little bit about setting the bar for customer service. And the irony is that the bar is currently set so low that you don't even have to do a lot to jump over it. I told a story about the fact that I had a query on my home loan. I had to borrow some money off my bond, so I withdrew it, but I withdrew too close to month end. And so when it came time for them to do a debit order, they hadn't made the adjustment yet, and so on the interest calculation, and so they debited 125 Rand too little. And as a result of that, my account went into arrears and I lost the flexi facility on my bond. So I phoned FNB and said, well guys, this is kind of your fault. You did the debit order, like this is not my fault. And they managed to sort it out for me very quickly. But the customer service agent I spoke to, I found that she was really good. I thought that her manner of dealing with me was really good. I felt like she'd really exceeded expectations. So I asked for her manager's email address so that I could write him an email and explain to him about what she had done that was so great, which she duly gave me. And that evening I set out to write this email about how brilliant she was. And I found it very difficult to articulate what she had done that was exceptional, because actually she hadn't done anything exceptional. She simply said, Mrs. Dos Santos, this is what happened. This was the mistake you made. It's no issue. Next time, just try do it slightly earlier before month's end, and we'll sort it out for you. It's absolutely no issue. It should be sorted out within 3 working days. If you don't get a call from us by Tuesday, please call back. It is very difficult for me to phone you back, so I won't be able to come back to you. Our call center doesn't work that way, but this is the number that you can call, and in future this is how you should do it. So what she did is she simply managed my expectations, told me what to do if my expectations weren't met, helped me to understand how I could prevent the problem in the future, and helped me to understand how the problem actually happened. So it wasn't actually anything amazingly great. But the point is that so many customer service agents don't do that now. So many of us don't do the bare necessities. A few days later, I was at a major supermarket, one of the big supermarkets, and I walked in and I was just going to go get coffee and a meal for my wife because I was going out that night. So I wanted to get, my son and I were going out, so I wanted to get her a ready cooked meal. So I was literally going in just for coffee and the meal, and I didn't take a trolley or a basket. But as it happens, as you're walking through the aisles, more things, you see more things, and eventually I had this big pile of things on my arms and I was like carrying them all awkwardly. 4 staff members, including the general manager of the store, walked past me. Didn't offer me a trolley, didn't say, ma'am, I'll be back in 2 seconds, let me help you. In fact, the general manager said, good afternoon, ma'am, and saw me struggling with the stuff. So the point where I'm a bit clumsy, so I was about to drop the coffee, and I mean, it was ridiculous. A security guard who's not trained in customer service, whose job it is not to do customer service, saw me, picked up a basket, walked to me in the store and helped me to pack the basket so that I could carry my stuff more safely. And so the bar is set so low, not just in customer service, but in everything that we do. Common decency, just things that should be common sense are so not. I just read something now that said common sense is actually a curse because you have to deal with so many people who don't have it. I worked with an exec who used to say common sense is a superpower. It's not common. It's a misnomer because common sense is not common. You know, just common decency, common sense, these things that should come so naturally to us, such simple things. Greeting your staff when you walk in the morning, greeting your team when you walk in the morning, greeting your colleagues when you walk in the morning, saying thank you when someone's done something. Yes, it might be their job, say thank you anyway, specifically if they've gone out of their way to do something good. Just little things that we don't think have a meaning could have such a great effect on the way that our customers see us, that our teams see us, and the relationships that we have. Even in your marriage, just simple little things, just things. The bar is set so low for these things that a simple thank you, a simple please, a simple recognition of hard work can go such a long way.